It's fictional. You fictional. Don't worry about the story because it's fictional.
Hey, what's up with it? Welcome back to my channel, It Don't Exist Podcast. And today we're about to be talking about Fat Joe, aka Joey Crack. Now recently, Fat Joe came out in this interview with Math Hoffa at this barbershop, right? Fat Joe was saying a lot of stuff, he went in and talking about FBA members, called them broke N-words, just saying all type of crazy stuff, right? Talking out the side of his neck. Now, I want y'all to hop into these comments, leave me your opinion, however you feel about it, right or wrong. Was he right? Does he have merit to what he's saying? Is he 100% just talking out the side of his neck? But we're gonna hop into this video right now. Y'all check it out.
I think people outside of New York, it's hard for them to understand, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Trinidadians, Jamaicans, Guyanese.
First of all, let's start by this. Let's start by this.
Around each other.
Let's start by this. These rumors were made by radical black racists. Let's just say that. Okay? It's a group of these guys that don't want to hear Jamaican, don't want to hear Guyanese, they don't want to hear a black guy that ain't down with them. Right? So their job is to criticize anybody who don't look like them or who ain't black American.
Who are these guys?
You want me to say a name? We're going to give them too much clout.
I mean...
The FBA, Foundational Black Authority, whoever the fuck these broke niggas is.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Get up there and say that, call them broke N-words, And then on the other hand, Math Hoffa laughing at it. At first, then I thought about it. When I heard him laugh, I was like, man, dude out of pocket too. But then I stopped and thought about it too. Math Hoffa he ain't really down with the struggle like that anyway. Math Hoffa is from he's a Trinidadian or from Barbados or somewhere. He's from some island. So he's not an FBA member. So it's somebody who's a traditional black American. You know what I mean? So it don't hit the same. It's easy to laugh at other people when it's not you, But let's keep it moving.
I'm just keeping it a buck. And that shit is to attack everybody on Twitter. You see this nigga who run them? Like, your leader? Yo, man, you gotta be fucking kidding me, man. And so they trying to change the narrative. They're not from New York.
Right.
So they telling a whole nother story.
So you gotta be from New York. Apparently the Fat Joe, if you ain't from New York, you ain't gonna feel what he's talking about. You gotta be from New York to understand what he's saying, Not your brownness. Your brownness don't mean nothing. It's just if you from New York. What is he talking about?
This was whoopity doop wop. Yo, bro. Far as I know, we're at Yankee Stadium right now, and it's hip hop's 50th birthday. And the guy who invented it, Grandmaster Flash, my brother carried his crates. My babysitters made up let me hear you say, ho. It's two girls, twins, used to babysit me. They made up, let me hear you say, ho. So they have a big problem, these guys, right? So they're against anybody who ain't with them. So this ain't a popular message. This ain't what everybody's saying. We might be giving them too much light right here is what I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
What did any of that have to do with anything? The brother carrying the crates, the two babysitters making up whole. Like, what does that have to do with anything? Bro, everybody played an influence on hip hop. Hip hop is just telling the story that's around you growing up in a certain neighborhood, that brown people started.
So there's a small minority to get on them Twitters and they running it up. We got a fucking Looney Tune like your man Lloyd Jamar, who's a fucking Looney Tune.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's a loony bin, right? We just said that the drug of choice is attention. It's this and this and that. They get a guy who, he was a legend. He's Brandnubian.
Right.
So he ain't a legend no more. Fat Joe just made this man not a legend because he don't like what he's saying. I don't like what you saying, Fat Joe. You still who you are. You just out of pocket, bro.
And he's the wackest nigga in the crew, be clear. But now, this nigga might be like trying to get lit, trying to say anything. The world's flat, the this, that, anything to go viral. I just told you I stopped my shit because I go too viral. I'm scared, I'm too viral.
Right. I think we in the information era, and some people just they see so many paths, they decide to pick one, and some of them ain't the most popular ones. So, they just
But what I'm trying to tell you is that this opinion comes from a tribe.
right.
It comes from a group of people that hate everybody but them. There's radical Jews, there's radical Catholics, there's radical Puerto Ricans.
Right.
There's radical anything. If you do enough of that shit, enough of in-house racism, you wind up looking at the world fucked up and you can't even move around.
Right.
You understand? So that's how this shit come about. These guys don't like nobody but them. So hey, fuck that. This guy, well, how could he say this? How could he? Bro, have you been to my hood? Do you know where I'm from?
Hey, Blood, where you from?
What does it matter? If he ain't got to go to your hood, it don't matter where you from. What you speaking is stupid. Stupidity has no boundaries, bro. White people, black people, Asians, Puerto Ricans, whatever. Everybody got stupid people. You know what I mean? Right now, you just showing that you a stupid Puerto Rican. Like, what the hell? Like, what you talking about, dude?
We did my brother's funerals. More black people than Spanish people at the funeral sitting next to my mother. Do you know where the fuck I'm from? But you trying to tell us what happened over here.
No, you trying to tell us what happened over here. Let's keep going. Let's keep.
All the legends I know, when I go to the legendary shit, they're all black and Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
And I sit there with them and I'm like, and they don't believe it. They don't understand. They don't understand like that talk. They're like, yo, what the fuck is this about? Like, they're confused. The pioneers, the Grandmaster Flashes, the Cool Hercs, the Melly Mel's, they're like, yo, we don't know what the fuck these people talking about. Because they on Twitter and they doing a little something or what. I don't know what the fuck these people doing. Like, they're confused. They fucked with the wrong nigga. That's the problem. Fat Joe the wrong one. He always been the...
No, Fat Joe the right one. He the right one to hold his L. That's what he is. He the right one.
Wrong one. He the Achilles of this shit. He gonna come out with that. So you remember Achilles? They wait for the nigga. They look. Is he coming out? Is he coming out? Achilles run out.
And it's crazy he comparing himself to Achilles, right? Like, if anybody know the story of this dude, he was a great warrior, but he had a major flaw. He had a great flaw. It was so weak. His weakness was so weak that he just had to get hit there and he died. That's who you comparing yourself to, bro? I'm telling you, this nigga he's showing how smart he is, man. This Fat Joe is, hey man, go sit down and eat a burger, bro. Shut up. Get your legs worked on, man. Knock knee that.
With the swole. Oh my God! They fucked with him. They got him up out the tent. This nigga, they thought, yo, this is the wrong nigga. He don't care. He ain't scared of nobody. He don't give a fuck. He don't care. He got his own money. Fuck you gonna do to me?
Right.
Like you fucked up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You best leave me alone.
Yeah, so what, Fat Joe, dude, you a legend yourself. Lloyd Jamar is a legend and still a legend. Will forever be a legend. You don't lose your legendary status because you may have an opinion about something or whatever. Your work show who you are. And like, it's crazy. Like, okay, for an example, somebody who they trying to take their legendary status from, let's use R. Kelly for an example. R. Kelly is a musical genius. Like, I'm not in agreement of none that man done outside of music, but he's still a legend musically. He's still a musical legend. Hate him or like him, love him or whatever, you know, can't take away from the works that he put on with that music. But Fat Joe, you tripping, bro. You tripping. And I ain't even really mad at you like that. I'm just gonna call you out on your BS. BS is BS. We all mess up. We all fall short of the glory of God. You know what I mean? We're not androids. We're not perfect. We gonna mess up. We gonna make mistakes. But the thing about it is, when you make your mistake, you acknowledge it. You see what you did. You're like, you know what? What can I do to make this better? You put some type of work in, some type of action to show that you trying to make a change, make things better, right? And just move on from there. I thank y'all, man. I really appreciate y'all for tuning in, checking out this video. Hit that like button, that subscribe button, share this video, do all that. Help me, you know what I'm saying, hit 1,000 subscribers. And like I said, once I hit that 1K, I'm gonna do a $100 Cash App giveaway. So whoever get that, gonna get that, man. But yeah, man, that's all I gotta say. Y'all be easy, stay about the way, neighbor.
You know, I really tell a story all the time. I don't want to keep telling stories that I tell, but I really was with Biggiesmalls every day.
You fictional. It's fictional. You fictional. Don't worry about the story cause it's fictional.